So, me taking off Fumin's rear bumper just to tidy off this plastic has turned into more than just a paint job. It's turned into a little bit more than that. It's filthy. I have no idea what's behind this bar in terms of rust, but if I can look around the rest of it and see spots, especially these bits right here and here, you know, this is all just surface. Looking at it, it needs a clean for definite. Obviously this panel has not been seen or touched since this car was new, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this panel off and respray that black. I've got more black paint just to tidy that up really. In terms of all of this here and all this scuffing and scraping, I don't know what we're going to do about that. I think we need to put some anti-rust stuff on here and leave it be. Look at that. Look at all this here. Ah, fuming. So if we look under here, how bad is it? Okay, so we've got a bit of rust there, but in consideration to the front isn't terrible. I mean, the back isn't terrible in consideration to the front, but yeah, I think we need to tidy this all up really before we do anything. Because if I'm going to tidy up this rear bumper, I'm going to need to sort this out too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off, clean it, and see how bad it actually is. Paint it. That in itself would tidy the back up, but I think we also need to just sort of scrub all this, get all the dirt off it, and then see how it goes, and then sand all this spot of rust here down, clean it up. Yeah, once again this is going to be a nightmare. You know, they say you should never take anything really apart on a car this old. Well, that's become apparent. That and that have snapped. Remaining just the top two ones there. I think I'll have enough on there just to screw another thing on for now. Oh dear, this is buggered. So I'm not sure what we're going to do about that, but they've completely snapped clean, and they are hot. I am telling you now, they are hot. And this car's been off for the last couple of days. I think I might be able to get something else on there. That should be okay. Worst case scenario, I've got two that are okay anyways. I best put some WD-40 on them just in case, just to sort of clean off anything. And I did use WD-40 before all of this, so I'll just put some on there. What I'm going to do is get a bucket of water, clean all this, and then we'll take it from there. I just want to show you guys quickly what this car looks like when you've never ever cleaned the underneath of it before. Okay, so ignore all this, but look how clean this paint is compared to where it was. That is 21 years worth of dirt under here, and you know, everything's very solid. This looks like it'll clean up well. That will clean up okay. The problem being is I haven't got any of this blue paint, but it doesn't matter because it's underneath the car. So what we're gonna do is basically clean this up with rust remover. We're going to put primer on it. We've got plenty of primer, and then what we're going to do is we have plenty of black paint for now, so we're just going to cover it in black, considering, you know, this is only a repair job that's underneath the bumper. It's going to force all this from rusting through. Now what I want to try quickly, wherever I put it, is I've got this little metal multi-tool hammer in the post, so I just want to, that's all solid still. This is all the things I want to check. Okay, so all of this then is still solid metal. This is all just surface rust, so that's something I just wanted to check. It hasn't actually rotten through, which is good. So thank you, Mr. Hammer. We now don't need you, and it's a good thing I've got a knife on there also, so we can actually investigate how bad this rust is. Just prod at this. There we go. We want to take as much, I mean I would use just a screwdriver here, but you want to take off as much just standing rust as possible. Over this here, you just scrape it all off. This part here might just need, that might be okay. That could be just a clean up job, but if we just have a look here, everything's alright there, but we've got, see this here? See where it's like bubbling around there? So you just want to just pick at it and persuade it all to come off, because that way you are really accessing the rust then. And of course the good thing with this is a similar sort of hole to what's in my door currently, which, as you guys know, I repaired pretty well. Well, I say repaired, governing that the door is getting replaced. Yeah, it's okay. Wow, look at all this. Now I think the hammer's going to do us justice with this. See, all you can see is everything dropping off here. See, all this you can't see when you're looking at a bumper of a car. Some of these things are actually worth taking off. Oh my. Some of these things are actually worth taking off. Just to see, I mean, look at all this is on the floor now. This is all pretty much clean, but now we got flakes of metal everywhere. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean all this up, sand it down. I'm going to clean that up. You use the bucket of water for that. We're going to try and do this as quickly as we possibly can, because I don't have a lot of time to really do all of this. You know, right now it's gone 3:30, and I want to get this sort of done today. Worst case scenario, I could do it tomorrow, but I've got some engine parts I want to try and sort and concentrate tomorrow. But this is more important, of course, so this does take longer, then I suppose we're just going to have to wait, because this is going to need attending to. So all we're going to do is sand it down, put some rust treatment on it, and just get it back to how it was. Okay, a little bit more of an update. I've just scrubbed some of this down. Need to do this part now. Try to do the underneath as best as I can, just a little bit. Needs a little bit more, especially here. Need to sand this a little bit more, but this is alright. We've done a little bit on that side. That side doesn't look too bad in all honesty, so that side's okay. we've done the top. So what I need to do now is under here, this bit here, this bit here, and then that bit there. And then once that's painted, what we're going to do before we paint it is put some anti-rust bit on here, just a little bit, so it just eats into it a little bit more before we end up primering it. But whilst we wait for that to get eaten away, we're going to sort that out. Now that should pretty much clean up pretty well. I don't think I'll need any rust protectant on that. It's more so this, because of all this, and I've just spotted a little bit right there. And this sandpaper is really cool. Now it's very aggressive, so this is just a little tiny bit here. So if you watch this bit here, I might just do that. Just go over it just a little bit, you know, like that. This is a wasp. It's casually having fun. Don't sting me, please. But as a little bit of that, and then just get a cloth and wipe it down, and then you can see how much damage it's actually done. So just eating into that a little bit. So if I continue sanding, that should bring it out. And now I know a lot of people are going to be screaming at me saying that this is the wrong type of sandpaper to use. You should use 400 wet and dry, and yes, that you are right. I do have 400 wet and dry in the boot, but what I'm trying to do is get rid of some of the rust as best as I can for the rust treatment, so that it doesn't take as long. And as you can see, there's bare metal already there, so as much rust as I can get off, the better the rust treatment will be. So obviously there's a little bit there. I'm not worried about that. This bit needs doing a little bit more, but as you can see, there's a little bit of metal flowing through there, so obviously that ain't going to take too long. This is pretty much metal. Under here is pretty much metal, but we can do a little bit more. But as you can see, there's a lot of fresh metal showing. Okay, I think we've removed as much rust as we possibly can off surfaced anyways. So we've done this side. Bit of hard work trying to do this side, because obviously by the exhaust, by the heat, that's where it ends up drying. But we've got enough. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use some of this green Hammerite rust remover gel, which I used on the front a little bit until I ran out of some. But I bought a new tub, only a small one. What we're going to do is we're going to apply this to the rust, and then once we let this sort of sit, we're going to keep going at it for 3 hours, it says on there. Until it goes back to normal, but I'm hoping it'll be done in about 2 hours, judging that I've got rid of most of the rust and it's all metal, see here and here, so it shouldn't take too long. Whilst we're doing that, we can do that, and then once we've done that, that's all dry, we can paint this, let that dry. Whilst that's drying, we can paint the bumper, and hopefully we can get this finished. Looking very green in places, I must say. Okay, so now onto the crash bar. We're going to clean this up. We're also going to clean the back, because the back is quite dirty. And we are going to spray this one back to black. It's the other one that I wanted silver, but this one we're not going to see again. So this can go black. So we're going to clean all this up, sand this down just a little bit, paint it, let it dry, continue with that. Let's do this. Okay, so it could rain soon, but I've managed to tidy this up as best as I can for a little bit. I'm not completely bothered about this bar really and getting all the rust off it. It's just to tidy it up, if anything. What I'm also troubled with is the rust with all that over there. But that's okay. These bars can get replaced anyways. It's the bodywork that needs doing, and that's important. So this is just a tidy up job. So let's get painting. And of course it is only typical midway painting that it starts to rain, as you can see. So I'm going to hold off for a minute until the rain stops, and then hopefully we can continue. But we're almost done with primer in that. The primer got rough afterwards because the tarpaulin decided to fold on itself whilst I was painting, So that's annoyed me a little bit, but then again, like I say, it's not going to be a perfect job anyways. Fuck's sakes. Why does it have to rain at this time? It's been nice and sunny all day. And now it decides to rain. So we've just painted this there. The rain has subsided. I've cleaned up the rust. So we're going to have a go at painting that in a minute. And then we're just going to throw all this back together for now. I need to sort the rear bumper. I think this black would suit it. The satin black. It's actually looking okay. So once that's sorted, I will explain what else we need to do to the Corsa. But I got a bit annoyed with the rain, to be fair, because as soon as I started painting it started to rain, typically. So I shall talk to you guys in a minute once we put this back on the car. Okay, now this is looking much cleaner now with no rust. All been cleaned, all been sort of primed. So I don't know whether to leave it in primer as it is, or I don't know, paint it black, which is what I've got. It should do for now. You know, at the end of the day, it's all protected now, so it shouldn't rust again for a couple of years. So I might just paint over it black for now, just to make sure it's nice and it'd be the same colour, or I order a blue colour and then get it all, I don't know, in the same shape. I mean, I'm pretty much happy to leave it how it is, to be fair, because all this is going to be covered anyway. So I think we're going to leave it like that, which I hate to say because it doesn't look like it's finished, but all of this is pretty much covered, so it shouldn't rot as badly for now. All I need to do now is sort the bumper out. I should have enough in this can. That's my main concern. We can take off the rear bumper again to do this and paint it, but if I'm honest, I think we'll leave it as it is. There you go, the crash bar is now on, nice and clean. So all you have to do now is put the bumper back on once we've tidied that up. So let's continue. So it's the next morning. I've painted these plastic trims. I'll be honest with you, it's not the best job in the world, but it'll do for now. This whole bumper needs replacing because not only is it melted there, but the plastic is just completely gone. I tried to get as much of the plastic off as I could, but it didn't work, and you can see it's just a pain to get off, so it's probably best just to get a new one. But otherwise, everything else is looking good. The crash bar is looking nice and fresh. Everywhere else is looking nice and fresh too. All rust treated. I've just given the back of the bumper a clean. There was like 21 years worth of dirt all over the place, but we got rid of most of the rust. We painted over it. We've treated it as well, and I also thought I'd give these a clean. Looks like we might have to get some new ones of these because these are looking very tired, but they are the original ones that I took off another Corsa. But as the wind just blows over that, it's very windy, it's about to rain, so I kept my old seat for now just to sort of keep me comfortable whilst doing this. So let's get this bumper on and call it a day for now, but hopefully that black trim matches the rest of the car now, and all we have to do then would be this part. Okay, so we're all on now. The rear bumper looks a little bit better to what it was. It isn't, of course, amazing. It just needs a little bit of a wash, I'd say. But you can see, I mean, I'm not overly happy with it, only because you can see imperfections on it. But it will do for now, until I get a new bumper. Because I am going to need a new bumper anyway. The plastic's just gone. Whoever painted it last painted it really good, and painted it quite a few years ago. And that's hard to remove, so we need to get a new bumper so it looks all the same. We are planning on getting a new front bumper as well, because obviously this is what it kind of looked like at the back. You know, I didn't do all this, but this is how it was. You know, as you can see, they didn't do all the way around. You can see what colour it used to be, and they just brushed it. Now I sprayed mine, and it does look a little bit more presentable, but it's not the best. But we're gonna replace this entire bumper anyways in future. Just obviously whilst this virus thing is going on, I thought it's best to take it off, sort the rust that's underneath, clean the bumper up as best as you can, just give it a go, you know. And you've got to applaud people who just think, oh, give it a go, what's the worst that can happen, you know. You know, the worst thing we're going to have to do is replace it anyways, so, you know, give it a shot, and if it comes up well and that, then it's a bonus. But that hasn't come up brilliant to me, so it's going to get changed, but I've tried my best. Okay then, guys, so we sorted that out. We sorted the rust, we've sorted the paint on that bumper. Like I said, we're going to have to change that bumper. I've had a look to see if I can find one on eBay, and you could find one for about 60-70 quid. It might be a wise idea anyways, just to get it resprayed and everything looking nice and tidy. Do the front bumper as well, the wing's getting done also, so it makes sense just to hold out and see how this wing gets on, and then we can carry on with the front bumper, the rear bumper also. It was only a tidy up job anyway, so please don't be commenting saying you've done a crap job. I'm not a professional painter. I thought I'd give it a go myself, and credit where it's due, you know. I gave it a go myself, you know, that's what I bought this car for. You know, this car was never to be done correctly, everything on here, you know. It's a project car for myself, to give it a go myself, you know. It's not to say, oh look, I'm a professional painter, professional rust expert or anything. You know, I'm giving it a go myself. And to be fair, it looks alright, and I can live with it for now until I get a new bumper. I thought I'd give it a go and see how it turns out. And well, it's not the best, but it'll do until I get a new one. So we'll wait out for that. But anyways, guys, if you enjoyed watching this video, me mucking about with the Corsa, leave a like after this video, and also subscribe as well. We're nearly, I say, 100 subscribers, which isn't a lot, but we're getting there slowly, and there are people watching my videos, commenting, and some do like the content I'm putting out and some don't, and that's fair enough. There's a lot of things on this channel that I've done that aren't really correct, but I'm giving it a go. I'm trying to make as many videos as I can for you guys, so, you know, because everybody's getting bored with this virus, and well, it gives me something to do, it gives you something to do as well, and it keeps you guys updated with what's going on with this little Corsa B, and there's quite a bit that still needs to be done. But I'm now at the point where I'm thinking it's probably not worth selling now. I've put that much money into it now, that much time and effort. You know, I don't want to sell it, but there have been a few people who would like to buy it, but I'm not sure that's possible at the moment. I'd miss this car to bits if I was to sell it. So I'm thinking I'm going to keep it. Alright then guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay safe, stay at home, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.